Hello, welcome back. Today I have another ink sample review for you. This is by Atramentis and it's called Elderberry. And we're going to give this a try. I got this one at Goulet Pens. Just checking to see if there's any shimmers. It doesn't look like it, so that's good. We don't have to shake the bottle. And nope, it's scented though. That's neat. Okay, so if you like scented inks, you might want to grab some of this. This is really nice. All right. Let me get this down. Oh wow, that's a really rich color. Reminds me of like a blackberry jam or something. Very, very pretty color. And also really unusual. I don't think I have another color that's quite like this one. This is very pretty. A very deep, purpley, like a jammy purple. Very pretty. All right, let me get some on here so I can write the name. All right. Okay, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is set this aside to dry under a fan, so I'll be right back. Okay, while that's drying, we've got this copy paper here. And we're just going to test this out on copy paper because, as you know, sometimes that's all you have to work with and you just want to know how the ink is going to perform on sheet paper. Whoops. And this is going down really well. Almost too much ink, but that's fine. Not a whole lot of feathering, just a little tiny bit over here where I laid the ink down really, really heavy. But it's pretty. It's a very deep purpley shade. So we'll let that dry, and let's try some HP 32 paper. If you haven't tried HP 32 paper, it's just copy paper, but it has a really nice finish on the top so that it resists the ink a little bit. And sometimes you get to see the pretty effects of the ink, like shading and stuff. So let's give this a try here. And HP 32. And if there are any colors that you would like to see me try, leave a comment, and if I have it or if I can get it, we'll make a review video. There we go. That's how that looks. We'll set that aside to dry, and now we're going to try this on Tomoe River paper. All right, this is going down really smooth. And draw some lines. All right, let me clean this off. All right, there we go. Getting this ink all over. All right. I'm going to put the lid back on here. Alright, so that's how it looks on the Tomoe River. And what I'll do is check on the swatch and see if it's dry, and I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. So here's how this elderberry looks on the copy paper. You can see it's a very, very pretty purpley kind of color, and it seems to be okay. I think there is a little bit of feathering, but if that doesn't bother you, this would probably be fine. There's a little bit of bleeding through where the ink gets laid down too thick, so just keep that in mind. For the HP 32, you can see there's a drastic change between these two colors. This one is much richer and bolder of a shade and a little bit more mature looking, and it's very, very pretty. And it performed just about as well. There's a lot less feathering in this on the HP 32, but again, with that nib I'm using, it seems to put a lot of ink down. So maybe what I need to do is just learn how to use that nib a little bit better, pick up less ink or something, so that we can get a a better feel. But you can see down here where the lines are thinner, there's no feathering or anything. So it's probably just the amount of ink I'm laying down. And same thing with the Tomo River. You get that same richness of color here. And the two look pretty similar. So this is an ink that would be just fine, I think, on something like HP32 without having to use the more expensive paper to get the effects you want. But it's a very pretty ink. I think just my nib is laying down way too much color. And, but yeah, it's a beautiful color. Very unique. I don't have anything like this, I don't think. But here's how the swatch looks. And I think this really just shows off all the qualities of the ink so well. It's so pretty. You can see the shading in this and down on the writing here. And the way this like lighter color here with this darker shade, they're both very pretty and they complement each other so well. This is a very well balanced color in my opinion. I really like this. And this is so super pretty. So if I could find a paper where it would show off the qualities of this ink the best, this might be one that I would use. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can see more. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.